Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. I just got done seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife. I went to an early screening, just a day early. It's not like a huge deal. Cinemark was having an early screening for anybody, so I don't know if every Cinemark location was doing it, but mine was, so I was like, absolutely. So I got to see it a little bit early. I'm going to do a spoiler section later. I'm debating if I even should do that because it's not even out yet technically, but I think I'll do it anyways because I kind of need to talk about a lot of stuff. So this movie for me was, I honestly, it might have been my most anticipated movie for the whole year. I know for a fact I had three really big ones. It was the Suicide Squad, it was this one, and then Spider-Man No Way Home. So those are my big three for the year, okay? So I went into this with extremely high expectations because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. It's in my top 10 favorite movies. I even like Ghostbusters 2 quite a bit. I know it's, nowhere near as good as the first movie. The 2016 Ghostbusters, that is the only movie I refuse to watch, so there's my opinion on that. I've talked about this in tons of other videos, but Ghostbusters means a lot to me. I've been a fan ever since I was a kid, and this is the proper I guess you could say reboot, that we've been waiting for. And I'm pleased to report the movie is excellent. Like, it's really good. But I'm also, okay, the movie's not bad, okay? So I'm not trying to disappoint anybody. It's great. It really is. I think I kind of, had way, way, way too high of expectations. But like I said, it's understandable why. I mean, I think I kind of let myself down a little bit with the movie by hyping it up a little bit too much. But like I said, it's excellent. Honestly, I don't think they could have did a better job. In this day and age, and yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the early reviews. None of them are really negative. The only one I saw that was kind of negative a little bit was Jeremy Jahns. He said it's a better time if you're drunk or whatever, which is one of his lower ratings. But I don't think he hated the movie or anything like that. It's just it wasn't for him, I guess. And also, a lot of the reviews were talking about how the fan service and the Easter eggs were really in your face. I don't think that was true. I had no problem with the Easter eggs and callbacks and all that. I don't think none of them were that over the top. There was one I actually thought was really clever. It was really funny. I'll talk about it in the spoilers, I guess. But yeah, honestly, the movie was great. I loved all the characters, all the new characters. McKenna Grace is incredibly talented. I've seen her in a couple things. She was in *Malignant*. I remember that. She's been in other things, but she is really good. She's pretty much the main character of the whole movie. Her mother, played by Carrie Coon's, really good as well. Paul Rudd, obviously, is great. Finn Wolfhard, plays Phoebe's brother. He's okay. He was probably my least favorite out of all of them, but he's kind of sort of supposed to be the weird one anyway. And then Podcast, I really loved Podcast, actually. I feel like he might be hit or miss with some people, but I thought he was hilarious. And Lucky, which is the female, the new female Ghostbuster, I guess you could say. But yeah, everybody was great. I loved all the characters. Didn't have a problem with any of them, really. And the plot itself, I will say, okay, I do have one little bit of a point, which other reviewers have pointed out. It's not a spoiler, because in the trailers, you just know. They're repeating a lot of things from the first movie, you know what I mean? And they do switch it up a little bit, but to me, it was a little bit too familiar. I wish they would have did it a little bit more differently, but it's okay. It wasn't, it wasn't bad or anything. And I was also wondering is they're just ignoring Ghostbusters 2. I don't really know the answer. I feel like they are ignoring it. I might have missed if there was any concrete evidence that Ghostbusters 2 didn't happen, but yeah, I think they might be. I don't know. I hope it's still canon, but yeah, like I said, it was a great movie. Jason Reitman, I've never seen any of his movies. I know he did Juno, he did Up in the Air, and a bunch of other movies, but I've never seen any of his work. But he's a very talented director. He's been nominated for Academy Awards, and so he did a great job. They used a lot of music from the older movies, and or the first two movies, I guess you could say, the score, So yeah, I mean, the visuals were excellent. What I love too about this, we got to see a lot of stuff we didn't see in the original movies, how the equipment works, and seeing a lot of the Ecto-1, and and it's also no secret that there's returning characters. And for the most part, I really liked what happened with them. It wasn't like too little and it wasn't too much. And also, I gotta say, there's post-credit stuff. There's stuff during the credits, and then sort of like Marvel. There's a scene during the credits and then after the credits. So stay all the way through. I liked the scene after the credits more, so definitely stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I mean, it was really well done. The movie itself, obviously, is a tribute to Harold Ramis, who died, 7 years ago. And I still remember that day too. I was just so shocked at that news. Yeah, so the movie is a beautiful tribute to him, and I won't say too much about it, but like, trust me, if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, this movie will definitely like hit you in the feels. I did cry, not like sobbing, but like, yeah, I did. So that stuff was so well done, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like some people, I don't know. It might have a. I can't say too much, but I'll talk more on the spoilers. Some people might have mixed opinions towards certain choices, but yeah, overall it was great. Like, it really was. It's just, for me personally, I set this bar so high that like it's sort of impossible to reach. You know what I mean? But the movie is at least a 9 out of 10 for me. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I did have a few issues that I mentioned. But like, I love the setting, the small town setting. I loved it. Everything was great. The visuals, again, the effects, all that work was awesome. I could tell they used a lot of practical sets and stuff like that. So, yeah, I hope the movie does well. It was supposed to come out way back last July. I was so mad when they delayed it a whole year. I was furious. And then they delayed it once again to November, and I was, yeah, I'm not going to get into it. But I'm finally happy, like, I'm happy I finally got to see the movie. Like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's it. I think that's going to be my non-spoiler section. So, highly recommended, 9 out of 10. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you're going to see it no matter what, obviously. Yeah, like I said, few little issues, but overall, great. So now I'm going to talk spoilers. Now, this movie's not out yet, so don't watch this video until tomorrow, please. Like, just don't ruin it for yourself. Trust me. Like, don't. So please, I'm begging you. Like, I want to discuss a lot of stuff. So here we go. Spoilers. Now, the original Ghostbusters do come back, and I like the way it was done, but I sort of wish there was a little bit more there. Like, they just showed up at the end. Like, I get it. She called Ray earlier in the movie, and then he must have contacted them, and then they all showed up right at the exact moment. I kind of wish there was a little bit more. They were just all of a sudden, they're just standing there. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It was kind of weird for me. But what we did get, though, was great. Like, I liked, like I said, they weren't on screen too little, but they weren't on there too much. They had just the right amount of time of screen time. They got a few good lines in there. We got the little few moments after that final battle where, they stand next to Egon's ghost, and that was great. And then Ray was talking to podcast, which was hilarious. I love that. And then Winston's like, I'm gonna fix up the Ecto-1, and man, and I like the fact too. That the firehouse didn't turn into a Starbucks like Ray joked about earlier. I was kind of worried about that. So like the post-credit scene, Winston looks like he's going to be starting up the firehouse again, which is really cool. I'm excited about that. I don't know if they actually shot that in the same, because I know the firehouse in New York, like the main, the exteriors, that was filmed in New York, and then the actual firehouse they filmed inside of in the original movies was actually in Los Angeles. So I don't know if that's the actual one from Los Angeles he walked inside of, because I know that one was left abandoned. It might have been taken down, actually. I don't remember. But yeah, I hope that's the same one. That'd be pretty cool. And then there's like a little tease at the end where like the ghost containment unit thing is like blinking, so there might be ghosts in there. So they're definitely going to do sequels. Like, I mean, they just introduced 4 new Ghostbuster, characters. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know if the original actors are going to return in all the sequels, but whatever. I'm still going to, I'll definitely go see them. So I don't know if Winston's going to, like, be the head of the I don't know, But I like that, though. Like, it's a really cool reveal at the end that he's, like, successful, and Janine goes to see him, and, So, yeah. And then the mid-credit scene had Sigourney Weaver, which was really nice. I was really hoping they would find a way to get Rick Moranis to come back for this, but I guess not, He was still sort of retired, because they, recently announced he'll come back for the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids thing on Disney+. So maybe they'll get him for the next movie. I don't know. And I was also surprised that Slimer here wasn't in the movie. I figured he'd you could easily just throw Slimer in there because he's a ghost. Unless I missed him, they included like a bunch of ghosts attacking the town. Maybe he was one of them and I just didn't see it. Um, but yeah, Muncher was pretty cool. He's basically the Slimer of the movie. Voiced by Josh Gad, which was funny because I don't think he had any like actual vocal words, but oh, by the way, J.K. Simmons did a random cameo as Ivan Shandor, which was hilarious. I love that. Nice surprise. He's a big Sony actor. He did Whiplash. He won the Oscar for that, and then he was in Spider-Man and all that. So yeah, that was really funny. And yeah, other spoilers. Like I said, the Harold Ramis stuff. It's kind of hit or miss. Like if him appearing as a ghost, like I said, I thought it was well done and in good taste. But like some people might find it kind of weird. You know what I mean? But my audience, I think they liked it overall. And yeah, I didn't find it weird really. I thought they did a pretty good job with it. Now I don't know if they got like that was all CGI or if that was like an actor that kind of looks like him and they, you know what I mean? I don't know what they did, but yeah, it was really good. Beautiful tribute to him. Excuse me. And the other spoilers I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else major? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the reference I really thought was funny was the "Who you gonna call?" It wasn't. I don't think it was done over the top. Like they're in the prison. She's like, "I need to make my phone call," and he's like, "Who you gonna call?" Like I don't know. That was really really funny. I like the way they did that. But yeah, I think that might be it. I don't think I'm missing anything major. But yeah, let me know what you thought, obviously, in the comments. And yeah, that's it. That's Ghostbusters Afterlife. Tiny bit let down, just a little bit, but it's my own fault. But I love the movie. It was great. It was beautiful. So yeah, that's it. And thanks for watching this, guys, and have a good one. Bye bye.